welcome to Everything Improvised. So today, Ladybird, it's a great song, great tune to improvise on. And well, I suggest, as usual, to first know the form of the tune. And so, what do we have? We have C major 7 for 2 bars. Then we have F minor 7, 1 bar, 2/5 in E flat major 7. So, well, actually you can think, maybe it could be easier for you to think you go from, well, C major 7 is 1 chord, but then we have 2/5/1 in E flat major 7. But you can just think, you can play from C major scale on the first two bars, and then you can think as E flat major 7, the relative minor of natural minor of E flat major is C minor. So actually you can think, if it's easier for you, you can think like you're playing in C major 7, and then I go back to after the 2/5/1 in E flat, go back to C major 7. So well, I think it's very important to know the whole form and to be able to improvise with the metronome and over the whole progression, and to have the progression in your head. So it takes a while, but well, there's no big secret. It's a lot of practice. And what you can do as well is well, try to play with a lot of chromaticisms as well, and try to let's see the chord progression, the full chord progression. So 2 bars of C major 7, well, you have the lead sheet in the beginning of the video, but sorry, 2 bars of C major 7, so in C major, then 2/5/1 in E flat major 7 with E flat major. Good thing as C minor, if it's easier for you to go from C major to C minor, natural minor, it's fine. Then we have a 2/5/1 in A flat major 7. So, well, A flat is not that far from E flat actually. It's just 1 more flat. So in E flat we have B flat, E flat, and A flat, and in A flat major 7 we have D flat. Well, and what I use a lot as well. I really like, because I'm really a big fan of Pat Metheny, and well, besides the sound that I use on this special tune, well, I suggest you can play on the 2 top strings. That's what I do a lot in the video. There's so many things to do. There's also this very cool thing, very cool effect when he slips quite fast on high notes, like, and he really slips like. And obviously this thing with this 2 top string all the time, he used to play a lot in the 80s this way, and I'm really enjoying it a lot. besides, after that E, that 2 5 1 in the key of A flat, we have one bar. We have 2 5, but without the one, it doesn't resolve to one. We have a 2 5 in the key of G. We have A minor 7, D7, and then one bar of D minor 7 and G7, so 2 5, and in C major, but resolved actually to. So the interesting thing, it's the turnaround at the end. It's I used to have a lot of hard time because when I was practicing arpeggios a lot, I was trying to play arpeggios over. It's called the Dameron turnaround. Like instead of playing 1 6 2 5, it goes from C major 7 to E flat major 7, but in the same bar, so it goes quite fast. It goes, so you can think it as C, and then really fast you're in the key of C minor, and then after E flat major 7, you have in the same bar as well, you have A flat major 7 and D flat major 7. So actually the D flat major 7 is a kind of substitute for G7, but it's major 7, and so I think, well, playing chromaticisms there sounds quite nice, and use your ears too. And I suggest if you have a hard time with this turnaround, you can like play it in loop and at the medium slow tempo, and improvise like obviously the chord tones like the 7th and the 1st are still very important, so it really makes it really the essence of the chord. So while playing in C minor 7, you can still play kind of pentatonic stuff. But back when I go end up on the C major 7, I play the E natural to the 3rd of C, and E flat in the 3rd of C minor. So this is some really cool licks to, well, there's millions of things to do, and so I suggest for the turnaround, the last turnaround, the Dameron turnaround, you can basically play in C minor as well, and then you go back to the beginning of the progression and goes back to C major. So you really have to be careful at this stage. But this is 2 5 in G major, A minor 7, D7, then 2 5 in C major. That fits perfectly right there. To use the altered scale, the G altered scale, to finish the Dameron ending like it's actually a diminished pattern. Yeah. E natural. Well, oops, was a mistake here. Anyway, well, I hope this is helpful for you guys. I know it's a lot of things, a lot of practice, and a lot of. But if there's something can help you to anyway, there's a lot of practice. So take your time, play on one string, on any string. Try to know to be able to solo on one string. I know it's kind of boring in the beginning. I always kind of play on two strings, but you don't have to play only on the two top strings. You can play on any adjacent strings, and especially it's good between the G and B strings, because there's this interval of major third instead of a perfect fourth. So about that, I mean, I really suggest that any kind of phrase you master on the neck, you try to do it on the top four strings, because it's always different. So you can pick any very simple melody as well, and like Happy Birthday or but if I do it here, but if I well, one last thing, very important thing, I think for you, it will be much better if you find a way to very simplify the way of thinking, and not try to analyze like I was doing a lot in the past, and because I've been learning a lot of harmony very quickly, and in school, and it was like oh my god, and when I was back from well, I wasn't even able to play blues anymore, because I was thinking all the time, what can I do, and anyway, so I think try to really think like 2-5-1 as one key, and not think about, or you can, well, there's a lot of different things to do. You can only think about the 5 chords, like playing on the 5 chords. You can only thinking about playing on the second chords, those 2-5, or the 1 chord actually. But if you think about the 5 chords in the 2-5-1, you can add a lot of tension, which is pretty good. And use your ears. That's the main thing anyway. And a lot of practice. Take your time. Learn the tune by heart. Learn the harmony by heart. Try to play only solo with the metronome, and then add the rhythm part afterwards. It's great if you can do it. It's very good, because then you have a sense of the structure, a perfect sense of structure. Stay connected, and see you guys soon in another episode of Everything Improvised. Take it easy. Bye.